Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Summit Sam, aka Loke here. I'm just wanting to go over a few of my favorite things about the AT that really kind of, in reflection, have stuck out in my mind. So I thought I'd share them with you in case you're wondering what are some of the benefits or wonderful things you're going to experience if you do an AT through hike. It's snowed in Canada now. Alright, so one of my favorite things about the AT was the state of New Hampshire. I really enjoyed that state. The views from the Whites are amazing. I mean, you probably hear that from a lot of hikers, a lot of day hikers. That's why they're so popular. Mount Washington was amazing. I didn't like how that was set up, but the trail in of itself was amazing. Especially the Franconian Notch, that area. Franconian Ridge, my apologies. I hit that on a beautiful sunny day and we just had such amazing views and there were so many amazing people up there. It was packed, but gorgeous area. And the people we met on the entire trail, honestly, there were so many amazing people. Just so willing to help or be kind or just ask questions and just very friendly. I was from Canada, and watching American news, you get a very different feel for what you think the states are going to be. And I know most of you watching this are probably American, but in other countries, you get a very different idea of what you think Americans are. And I was very pleasantly surprised and relieved that you are amazing people down there. And I thoroughly enjoyed meeting so many of you. And the amount of trail magic, trail angels, all of them. That was such an amazing thing. I mean, we heard about trail magic, but as a southbounder, you don't expect to get a lot of it, and we didn't get a lot of it compared to the northbounders. But we did get a fair bit of it, and usually it didn't come in the way that northbounders would receive trail magic. Our trail magic was a little more directed. Frequently, if we got trail magic, it was just because we were there and someone wanted to help out. We got plenty of trail magic beer or coolers, which were really nice. I did appreciate those random stops of people and they want to chit chat, and I got to hear some great stories and share a beer at the side of the highway on my crossing on the AT. So that was really special, and we met some amazing people. Along with trail magic, eating really, along with the concept of eating, that was definitely one of my favorite things about the AT, was just the ability to eat as much food as you wanted, and whatever you wanted. It really didn't matter. I mean, yes, it's always good to eat healthy and all of those things, but the fact that you really could barely ever consume what you needed to be eating anyway, so you could just eat as much as you wanted. So that was pretty cool. And the food in the Whites, their hut system, if you're not familiar with it, I'll link my video below on the hut system because it's a little complicated and I did find the information on it kind of hard to get, but the food that you can get at those huts is amazing and I highly recommend it. And as a through hiker, you have access to some free baked goods and soup, and you should definitely take advantage of those because they are really good. Now, as a through hiker, one of my other favorite things was that you learn to truly appreciate hot showers and pillows and beds. It's not like you don't appreciate those now, but you really learn to, when you get a chance to have one, especially if it's really crappy weather or cold or crappy. I said that twice. But anyway, you get my drift. When it's crappy outside, it's so nice to have. And the hostels were really great for that. Some hostels will certainly do this much better than others, and I will do a review of my favorite hostels. But for the most part, as long as I had a hot shower and a pillow, I was a pretty happy girl. Another one of my favorite things about an AT, a through hike in general. I mean, I'm choosing the AT because that's the one I did. But it was just the people that you meet on the hike. Not necessarily your family per se, but they could be. But I met so many amazing hikers on the trail, and some I imagine I will keep in contact with for a very long time, because it's just, you know, it is a great way to meet people, and you go through such an experience together that it's hard to compare to a lot of other things. So you really do form some great connections and bonds with people that you might not have otherwise. So meeting people is an amazing part of the trail. As well, with meeting people, you get to see all of the little animals. Now, clearly I live in Canada in the woods, so I see a lot of animals, but I always enjoy seeing them. I mean, I got to see moose, deer, bear, squirrels, rabbits, porcupines, turtles, salamanders, and I'm sure the list goes on and on. But it was always nice to see. It always brightened my day when I got to see some kind of little critter scurrying along or sitting there chilling. Certainly a lot of deers. I was surprised at how many very calm deer you all have down there. They just sitting there chilling, eating their food, and there's a deer, and it had no problem with you walking by. And another one of my favorite things I did enjoy were loner clothes, which seems like an odd thing to find as a favorite, but I enjoyed having a chance to put on dry, clean clothes, usually cotton when you've been wearing synthetics or wet, crappy, stinky stuff. So loner clothes were nice in that respect, but it was just fun to, you know, you kind of get to build a persona of what are the craziest things you could find in these boxes. And they had some pretty crazy stuff. I did notice a lot of Hawaiian clothes or Hawaiian style shirts. So I'm not really sure where they get these loner clothes, but you got some pretty funky outfits, and it was always fun to put those together. So I did enjoy the loner clothes. My last favorite thing really has to do with the trail and the hike in and of itself. It is such a sense of accomplishment to finish something like that. You've planned it, you've built it up for so long, and then you're done, and it's amazing. And the fact that, you know, you set yourself this challenge, and it's not an easy challenge, and you finished it, is pretty impressive. And at the same time, the physical benefits that you've gotten from hiking, like you've built muscle, you've built your cardiovascular system, all of those things just occurred while you just kept walking. And so at the end of the day, it's pretty impressive, and you should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of myself for doing it, and I'm proud of Jeff for doing it, and everyone else who completes their hikes, because it's not an easy thing to do. So if you can pull it off and do it, I highly recommend doing it. I recommend doing an AT through hike, but you know, everyone has their own way of doing it. It doesn't have to be done the way we did it, or even a through hike at all. But that's just a sample of my favorite things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you found it entertaining or useful or educational, whatever, do give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching.